Have you ever wondered how some of the biggest brains in history came to be so successful? One name frequently comes to mind when we consider intellectual genius and inventiveness: Albert Einstein. In addition to being an influential figure in science, the man whose name is now associated with genius also taught vital life lessons that are still applicable today. Today, we're going to discover 5 timeless success rules that go well beyond the field of physics by looking at Einstein's journey. Born in Ulm, Germany on March 14, 1879, Albert Einstein is regarded as one of the greatest physicists in history. Young Einstein showed an endless interest despite coming from a low background. His mother, Pauline, supported his education, while his father, Hermann, operated a failing company. He excelled in science and math while hating studying at regular schools. As a youngster, he notably taught himself advanced algebra and geometry. Einstein had an unusual academic path. He attended the Swiss Federal Polytechnic in Zurich after dropping out of high school, where he graduated with a degree in mathematics and physics. On the other hand, he had trouble finding employment and eventually found himself at the Swiss Patent Office. Einstein's most significant discoveries were made in Bern during this peaceful time. His miracle year back in 1905 saw the printing of 4 key publications that fundamentally changed our understanding of energy and matter. He introduced concepts like the theory of special relativity and E equals mc squared. For his studies on the photoelectric effect, Einstein was awarded the Nobel Prize in Physics in 1921. He also went on to create other revolutionary ideas, such as general relativity, which described gravity as the curvature of space-time. Beyond his work in physics, Einstein was a lifelong advocate of civil rights and peace. He immigrated to the United States in 1933 because of his Jewish background and strong anti-fascist views, and he worked in Princeton until his passing in 1955. "I have no special talents," Einstein famously said. "All I have is intense curiosity." His success was mainly due to this way of thinking. When Albert was younger, he was fascinated by how the world functioned. His curiosity was endless, and at the age of 14, he began studying Immanuel Kant's complex philosophy after teaching himself advanced algebra and geometry. He was never satisfied with superficial knowledge. Instead, he was constantly looking for deeper realities. His curiosity pushed him to investigate the secrets of the universe, question traditional knowledge, and ask new questions. For instance, many of the concepts that would eventually serve as the foundation for his revolutionary theory of relativity were first generated by his thought experiments, such as seeing moving in unison with a beam of light. Developing curiosity in our lives involves challenging the status quo, remaining open to new concepts, and actively following our passions. Learning a new skill, investigating a novel idea, or just asking why are all examples of how curiosity keeps our minds engaged and creates chances that we may not have otherwise. A person who never made a mistake never tried anything new. There were a lot of challenges in his way of success. See, he faced a lot of obstacles in his early years. He even fought when his initial attempt at entry to the Swiss Federal Polytechnic School in Zurich failed, eventually clearing the Swiss Matura exam and being admitted the following year. After finishing his education, Einstein spent years working as a patent clerk because he was unable to get a teaching job. Instead of being discouraged, these difficulties gave him the peace and security he needed to come up with some of the most evolutionary concepts, such as the 4 important articles he released in 1905, his Annus Mirabilis, or Miracle Year as it's called. With ideas like special relativity and the photoelectric effect, each of these papers changed our understanding of physics. Einstein's experiences are used as an indicator that failure is a necessary component of success rather than its opposite. We can turn obstacles into successes if we see setbacks as chances for development and determination. The world as we have created it is a process of our thinking. It cannot be changed without changing our thinking. The key to Einstein's success was his capacity for original thought. Einstein's work on the photoelectric effect established the foundation for quantum mechanics by proving that light behaved like particles along with waves. which was the dominant scientific theory at the time. In the same way, his special relativity theory questioned Newtonian physics for proposing that light travels at a fixed speed independent of an observer's motion. His courage in challenging conventional wisdom is an excellent illustration of the strength of innovative thinking. He took an original approach to issues, asking basic questions that others failed to consider. His widely recognized equation, E=mc², for example, transformed scientific thinking by revealing the basic link between energy and mass. To emulate Einstein, we need to foster creativity and challenge conventional wisdom. When we dare to question the status quo and consider novel solutions, creative ideas frequently result. Einstein was a strong believer in simplicity. "You don't understand it well enough if you can't explain it simply," he once said. This idea served as his guide as he worked to reduce difficult ideas to basic understandable realities. For example, Einstein employed simple thought experiments to show off important scientific ideas as he was formulating his theories of relativity. His innovative theories were made easier for both scientists and the general public to understand by these simple analogies, such as picturing a person in a descending elevator to describe gravitational phenomena. Simplicity might be one of the greatest instruments in our efforts. Eliminating unnecessary complexity enables us to concentrate on what really counts, whether that be improving a business plan, resolving an issue, or successfully expressing an idea. We can have a bigger influence if we just put clarity and understanding first, as opposed to sounding overly complex and overly educated. Given his tremendous achievements, Einstein lived a life driven by ethical principles and a sense of purpose. He was a lifelong pacifist who condemned violence and war. During World War I, he was famous for not signing Germany's Manifesto of the 93. He later signed the Einstein-Szilard letter, which ultimately led to the Manhattan Project, although hesitantly, warning the American government of the possibility that Nazi Germany may develop nuclear weapons. Only a life lived for others is a life worthwhile. Einstein's commitment to honesty affected his private life as well. He was a constant ally of humanitarian causes, helped found the Hebrew University of Jerusalem, and eventually pushed for the establishment of a Jewish state in Israel. Even in his scientific endeavors, Einstein's ultimate objective was the advancement of knowledge for the benefit of humanity rather than for fame. Living with integrity requires matching our actions with our ideals, especially in the face of difficulty. We can live fulfilled lives and make a significant impact on the world by pursuing careers and relationships that have a deep purpose. Together with Einstein's statements, these insights provide an awareness that success requires a path of courage, clarity, curiosity, strength, and purpose. The life and legacy of Albert Einstein offer invaluable advice for succeeding in everything you do. By developing curiosity, accepting failure, thinking creatively, enjoying simplicity, and aiming for integrity, we might all tap into our inner Einstein to accomplish our objectives and contribute greatly to society. So, what are your thoughts on all these principles? Are there any that resonate with your journey? Make sure you share your thoughts in the comments below. And as always, don't forget to like and subscribe for more insights into the lives of history's greatest minds.